This afternoon we're spending a bit of time with 3 of the Ntsevu youngsters. The 4 last remaining offspring of the Birmingham Males crossed onto Londolozi about 10 days ago, and they've been milling around here out of the reach of the Ndzanga Males. But we're currently sitting with just 3 of them. We believe that one of them, the 4th one, is still alive and has been spending a bit of time from where we are now, probably about 2 kilometers away, close to Lex's Pan. And she is still alive and well, but it's just unusual that she's been left down there, so we're not too sure exactly how or what went down in order for them to all split up. But maybe one of the Nzanga males came into a little bit too close to them, and in the pandemonium they would have got separated, and the mothers have run away with these 3, keeping them safe. The 2 females that we believe are the mothers of these youngsters are about 1 kilometer from here, and they had been hunting this morning. So if this rain does settle, we'll try and get ourselves across there. But it's just great to see that these guys are still doing well. It looks like there's 2 females and 1 male here. And so if the females do survive, that's great, because they're going to help boost the Ntsevu Pride. The females have got their work cut out for them, trying to just keep them safe and away from danger, because you've got the Ndzanga males in the east, the Avoca males in the north, and the Plains Camp males across in the west. So no matter where they go, it's going to be a bit of a challenge from now. But they're still looking healthy, they've got relatively full bellies, and they've stayed out of danger so far. So we'll try and keep a close eye on them over the next coming weeks and see what happens, but it's going to be a very, very long and tough journey for them. But it's a cold, wet and miserable afternoon. So you see they're all huddling up very, very close to each other, often getting up, stretching, then moving in to find an even better spot next to each other. So they're very lucky that there is still 3 of them together. They can help keep each other company as well as keep each other warm whilst their mothers are out hunting. But I'm sure they're hoping that their mothers return this evening to fetch them and hopefully take them back across to a carcass if they are successful hunting. So we decided to endure the rain and come and have a look at the 2 mothers, and as we arrived here, one female got up and started walking off in the direction she had seen something. She looked as though she was hunting. As we've come around the corner, we found a wildebeest that was scent marking. She had obviously heard the wildebeest and has come across. As it stands now, she's hiding behind some of the bushes over here. The wildebeest is just moving off. I think it might have got scent of the lioness for now, because he's looking pretty alert. So we can no longer see where the lioness has gone, but the wildebeest is walking directly towards where she was. So let's just see what happens here. We don't want to move our vehicle in case it disturbs anything. So that wildebeest must have walked straight into where the lioness was, because they both came charging out the back. Luckily the wildebeest got away and must have run straight past the second lioness, who stayed back where they initially were. The two females basically met up there, and now they're coming walking back off in this direction. So they're looking pretty intent on hunting. However, it is starting to get quite dark, so we'll stick with them for as long as we can. But depending on where they go and what they sort of start looking to hunt, we'll then either make the decision to leave them and hope that they're successful, because they do have the pressure of trying to feed these youngsters, or if, depending on where they are and if it's open enough, we might then stay with them. But obviously we'll make sure our lights are all switched off and we can be as sensitive as possible as to not give away the presence of the lions and not to affect or reduce the ability of the prey animals to then see the danger coming. So they've moved on a little bit further and they look as though they're settling down now. They're probably just going to wait for it to get a bit darker and the advantage to really be in their favour, because the darker the night the better it is for the lions to hunt. Their eyesight is phenomenal at night time, and probably about 6 or so times better than ours, and that's obviously going to be hugely advantageous if they are hunting impala, who's got eyesight pretty much similar to ours at night. And with the wind rustling through the grass, everything being wet, the grass and the twigs and leaves aren't going to crackle under their feet like they normally would if everything was dry. So the hunting conditions are perfectly in their favour. So the rain's starting to return and these two lionesses are now settled down. They still look as though they're very keen on hunting, but we don't want to impact them any further or reduce their chances of any success this evening. So we're going to start heading back towards camp before we get too wet, and we'll come back through here in the morning hoping to find them having been successful this evening. It's a dark, cloudy, windy evening, so chances are pretty high of them having success tonight. This morning Dan's managed to find 3 of the Ndzhenga males, and males have now walked straight into the area where we left the 2 Ntsevu females last night, and then from there they've continued even further towards where the cubs were left. So I'm sure that these lionesses and their youngsters must have moved out of the area, but we're going to try and get across there now to join Dan and Jess and see where they go. This is very far north for the Ndzhenga males to be moving through, so there must be some reason that they've come across here. So it's exciting times having the Ndzhenga males this far north. Let's just see where they go and what they get up to. There's something incredibly special about having 3 large males walk right past the vehicle, and we've had that a number of times this morning. But apart from them pushing right far up against the sand river here and walking along the sand river, this starts to then bring back a couple of memories of when they first arrived here and they were walking in silently, responding to the calls of what we believe to be one of the northern Avoca males. However, this morning there's been no calls, and these lions are now moving in completely silently and walking along the river here. We haven't seen if they've been scent marking or anything. It's looking as though they're going to cross north through the river and we can no longer follow them from here, but just incredibly interesting to see that they're coming this far north and pushing the territorial boundaries up to the Sand River. We'll definitely check the boundaries through this area over the next few days to see what's going on, but it's the 2 big healthy looking males and the one that's got a bit of a part of his stomach hanging out there. and it's looking as though it's protruding a little bit further than normal, so he's not looking so great, but still in relatively good condition given the circumstances he's under. But always amazing just to spend some time with lions, especially when they're on the move like this.